United States Championship is on the line as our champion Dolph Ziggler approaches the ring right now, winning the championship all the way back in SummerSlam, and he's held it up until now. This could be the final night of his championship reign, no, as he comes up against the big red monster Kane. But Dolph Ziggler, tell you what, he's been one of the most impressive superstars in the past number of months. Without a doubt, he's had to go through Daniel Bryan, he's had to go through Sheamus, he beat Seth Rollins, our current champion, WWE Champion, to win the championship originally. So Dolph Ziggler has had a hell of a past couple of months, even beat Roman Reigns as well. So Dolph Ziggler beating Daniel Bryan last month, I thought was the biggest win thus far in his title reign, because I felt as though Bryan was going to be the one guy that could take the title from him. But Dolph Ziggler was very convincing that night, holding on to the championship, but now tonight coming up against Kane, who has been pretty hot and cold in the last few months, but finding a bit of form heading in towards TLC, beating Daniel Bryan to earn his shot tonight at the United States Championship. And of course, this is going to be a big match for Kane, who's yet to win championship gold, well, singles championship gold here in Universe Mode. Of course, he's former tag champ, but yet to hold a singles championship here in Universe Mode. He's looking to win the championship tonight and finally eradicate that little, achievement that's haunting him at the moment. So Dolph Ziggler, we've been talking about him a lot in recent weeks, how he's about ready to move up. He's got the US Championship, he's had an impressive title reign. If he can hold on to the title and keep going and going, I think Dolph Ziggler could be ready for even bigger things here on Raw. I think Dolph Ziggler has been one of the guys that has all the potential in the world to step up into the main event. And that's saying something a lot, because not a lot of guys have been able to do that here on Universe Mode. Not a lot of guys have been able to take themselves from being a guy that wasn't really considered to being all that much. Dolph Ziggler for a long time struggled over on SmackDown and here on Raw of really gaining relevancy. He's just floating around, doing not a lot, but now, ever since winning the US Championship, people are starting to take him seriously, and he's really starting to prove himself to be a very viable contender for the main event very soon. So Dolph Ziggler, I think, is definitely one of the bolters for the Royal Rumble. I think he's probably my smoky pick. I think he's going to be very likely to be in amongst it. If he can get a good number, if he can draw a good number, I think Dolph Ziggler has a very good chance of winning it. Especially heading in towards the Royal Rumble, he's got a lot of good things going for him. But if he loses the US Championship tonight, just like Dean Ambrose earlier on, I think that could really hinder his chances at the Rumble as a big-time DDT goes down. Dolph Ziggler does as Kane exits the ring. Of course, this match is a no disqualification match as well. I forgot to mention that a moment ago. I mentioned it earlier on the show, but no DQ match between these two men. And well, the theme of the night is ladders, and he tosses the ladder into Dolph Ziggler. Kane relentless there. So the ladder has been entered into this one, and we're going to be seeing some ladders later on tonight in our 2 TLC matches coming up very soon. So in fact, our next 3 matches after this one are all going to be stipulation matches. So we have Ryback and Roman Reigns coming up, and then we have the 2 world title matches after that. So all these matches from now on are going to have a stipulation applied, so get ready to get a little bit more extreme as Ziggler takes down Kane with a nice move. And the ladder is still in the ring, and I'm sure this ladder could play a part very soon as Kane into the midsection of Ziggler. Big move there. Down goes Ziggler. So Kane himself has been trying to revive his own career. He's getting up there in age, and a lot of people are saying, Kane might be close to being done. He's done everything he possibly can, and, the Royal Rumble last year he had an opportunity for the WWE Championship, and ever since then he's been falling down the ranks. And he's trying to get himself back at the top of the card, but he's struggling just a little bit to do that here in Universe Mode. He's a guy like a Mark Henry or a Big Show who are up there in age, and they just don't know what their next move is. They don't know their position on the card anymore. Other guys, these younger guys, are taking over and taking their spot, and they still want to try and stay up there, and they still want to try and compete at the top of their game. So they need to try and keep winning, and Kane is going to try and do that tonight. Being the US Champion, I'm sure, would mean a hell of a lot to him at this stage of the game, and it would prove to Kane that he still got it, and he still can be one of the top contenders here on Monday Night Raw. It's a nice move there by Kane. And Ziggler's got the ladder, but Kane able to roll out of harm's way. Now fighting over the ladder. Kane's got the ladder. Here we go. No, Ziggler able to get his hands on it before Kane can swing the damn thing. And what a kick to the head by Kane. Wow. Wow, what a kick. Ziggler had the ladder, and now he dropped it pretty quickly after he went down on his back after the beautiful kick by Kane. And that was very much so vintage Kane, as he's got the ladder and he's... Uh-oh. Well, he got one shot on Ziggler, but now they're going to fight over the ladder, and Ziggler's trying to get it back, and he does. And he hits Kane with a ladder. This is not a ladder match, folks. This is just a no DQ match, and the ladder is the weapon of choice. And a nice move again there by Ziggler. Just look, you use a ladder, you hit it in your opponent's face. That is going to do a lot of damage, and that's certainly going to help you win a match. Not many guys can get up very quickly after taking a ladder shot. Kane might be one of the very few that can, though, as Ziggler needs to keep the pace rolling here. As here comes Kane. Oh, DDT on the ladder. Wow. DDT on the ladder, and Dolph Ziggler, I'm surprised, is not busted open right now. What a move by Kane. That could be the equalizer. That could be the move that could win Kane the US Championship. Ziggler just barely getting back to his feet, and not for very long, as now Kane rolls him over. Here we go, new US Champion. No, Ziggler still in it. At a count of 2, geez. I'm just still in shock about that DDT, and again the big boot. Kane dominating right now. Ziggler in a lot of trouble, and Kane might be thinking about getting another toy involved. And he's going to look underneath. What can he find? And well, we've got a steel chair involved, so it is TLC tonight. So we've got the chair and we've got the ladder, as Ziggler fighting away with the drop kick, trying to gain some momentum, get himself back in the match. He had a chance to recover after taking that DDT, couple of elbows right to the heart of Kane. And whilst Kane was in that steel chair, Ziggler was able to regain his breath and trying to get himself back in control. Kane coming after Ziggler, but Ziggler with a counter. Ziggler heating up, attempted drop kick, and the ladder's gone again. And now Kane, another DDT. Wow. Well, just when you think Ziggler's getting momentum, Kane puts an end to it very quickly. And Kane's going to have another look underneath the ring. What can he find this time? A sledgehammer now. And right to the midsection. Kane doing everything he can, trying to find anything he can possibly use to win this match. But Ziggler just keeps on fighting, keeps on going. And sleeper hold. Ziggler's got Kane caught. Ziggler's caught Kane. Here we go. Sleeper hold. And Kane taps out. Kane has tapped out. Dolph Ziggler somehow retains. Kane had it won. But Ziggler, he caught Kane whilst Kane was too worried about getting the weapons. Ziggler came in, and there it was, sleeper, bang, and Kane had nowhere to go. He was so close to the ropes, but he was out. And Kane had no choice but to tap out. No disqualification match, so the rope break was not enforced. And Dolph Ziggler hangs on for one more night as our champion. I tell you what, that might be the toughest match he's had. It was a quick one, but it was a devastating one. Kane, the big red monster, almost monstered Dolph Ziggler and almost stole that title from him. But luckily for Ziggler, he holds on and retains the United States Championship in a brutal match. Ziggler, big victory, a valiant effort. And now it's time for our next no DQ match. Alright, so we go on to our next no DQ matchup, and it's between this man, Roman Reigns. He's going to be taking on the former World Heavyweight Champion, Ryback. And these two guys have had a pretty heated little rivalry. A couple of different battles in the past couple of weeks on Monday Night Raw, including a tag team matchup where we saw Roman Reigns get laid out by Ryback using steel chairs and whatnot to inflict some damage on the big guy. He and Randy Orton were on the receiving end of some steel chair shots after the match, and we pretty much said that this match was going to be a steel chair match. Now, the game unfortunately doesn't have a steel chair match, so this is a no holds barred match. I did bill it as a new steel chairs match, so I'm hoping that this is a chairs match. I'm hoping they do go ahead and use the chairs, but it is a no holds barred match technically, but we're going to call it a chairs match. Who knows, they may or may not use the chairs. I may look like an idiot at the end of the night, but maybe not. But here comes the big guy, former World Heavyweight Champion, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in Universe Mode history. Yet to win a World Championship here on Monday Night Raw, but he's not too far away. A victory against Roman Reigns here tonight will probably put him as the new #1 contender if Randy Orton does not get it done after this one. So, and that match, by the way, will be coming up next. The WWE Championship will be on the line, and Ryback knows how to win a championship and he knows how to retain one, but for some reason he just hasn't been able to put 2 and 2 together here on Monday Night Raw. I don't think he's very far away though. I think Ryback has been in probably his best run right now since being on Raw. You know, when he came to Raw, he was fresh off SmackDown and he was used to success, and I just think his ego got to him, and now that he's spent probably a good 3 or 4 months rebuilding and trying to make Ryback a dominant force again, and now he's done that, I think Ryback is in a much better position to put himself near a world championship. Of course, it was not too long ago, you know, last year around about this time, I think it was at Hell in a Cell last year that he won his first world championship. So generally around this time of the year, Ryback is pretty successful, and of course he defended his world championship last year on this show. So he has a 1-1 record at TLC, so not a bad record to come in 100%. So pretty good start for Ryback anyways, as he's getting ready to battle against Roman Reigns, who himself had an opportunity against Seth Rollins at Survivor Series for the WWE Championship, and he failed. Roman Reigns failing one more time. I mean, it's becoming a bit of a common trend for Roman Reigns. He's not getting it done. Doesn't have a world championship next to his name just quite yet. And why is that? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. And I'm wondering why. I'm wondering what's next for Roman Reigns. You know, where does he go from here? Does he, you know, finally beat Ryback, and does he get another opportunity at Seth Rollins? Because now he's lost against Seth Rollins twice in a row. They had a match on Raw 2 weeks ago where Roman Reigns lost, and after that match, Seth Rollins beat the hell out of him again. So Roman Reigns just has not had a good past month, and arguably a good 2 months. So Reigns has a lot to do, a lot of soul searching to do, and he needs to find out what is going wrong and what he can do to fix that. And he has to do it ASAP. The Royal Rumble is coming up, and we know that those spots on Wrestlemania are very, very valuable, and they'll be very, very limited. So Roman Reigns could miss out on Wrestlemania, miss out on a big opportunity if he's not careful. He has to beat Ryback tonight, in my opinion, to get him going. If not, it could be too little too late for Roman Reigns, the big dog, as he takes out Ryback with the leg there. And you know, Roman Reigns has had a pretty good year. You know, to be honest, he has had a pretty successful year. Multiple-time tag champion. Him as a singles, he's had an opportunity at the US Championship, he failed. He had an opportunity at the WWE Championship, he failed. So I think him as a singles is just not working for him. He's getting close and close and close, but just not pulling the trigger, as Ryback's looking for a chair, I thought. I'm a little disappointed that Roman Reigns didn't let him get the chair, so I wouldn't look like an idiot. But there it is. It's a nice belly-to-belly slam. So Ryback was going for the chair, unable to get it, though, as Roman Reigns did interfere, as he's going to throw Ryback back in the ring. And now Roman Reigns is perhaps going to look for a chair himself, or whatever toy he can find under the ring. Oh, we found a ladder. Okay, so he has a ladder. So we've got the ladder out, and that's a pretty common trend tonight. The ladders have been used quite a lot already, as now Ryback was looking for something. Roman Reigns not going to allow it to happen. No, he's like, oh, this time a belly-to-belly suplex. And that's a beautiful move there by Ryback. The ladder is in the ring. Of course, this is just a no DQ match. Pinfalls must be had to win this one. As oh, geez, a bit of a lowish kick there, and someone could say a low blow, as Roman Reigns trying to get the upper hand on this one. Ryback will do whatever it takes to win a matchup. We know that. We've seen Ryback do literally whatever he has to do, and he doesn't care what people think of him anymore. He doesn't really, care. I mean, we saw him during his last year's reign. He was a very respectful guy, and then I think his ego really got to him. He really started to believe that he really was the king around here. He started off very humble and respectful. A lot of people liked him, and then, like I said, as his world title reign continued, his ego got to him, and he just thought he was just hot shit. That's all I can really say. I mean, he just thought he was the best. And some could argue that he was the best at the time, and but at the moment, I guess he's got a reality check in recent months, but his attitude has really stayed the same. He's just become more of a wrecking ball. He's trying to let his actions speak louder in the ring than his words, and he's really trying to prove us all that he still has what it takes to be a world champion. But this time here on Monday Night Raw, as Ryback, here we go, revving up now. Roman Reigns going for a trip, and here we go, Spinebuster. A bone-rattling move there from Ryback, who's getting ready to perhaps put Roman Reigns away. And again, this time the meat hook clothesline, almost taking Reigns' head off. 2, he's got him, no. Wow, Roman Reigns barely manages to kick out in time as Ryback, I think he might be looking to put Reigns away though. Roman Reigns has been caught out by the big guy who has gotten the upper hand in recent moments, and now he's making Roman Reigns pay for it. He's going around the ring with the shell shock. Roman Reigns has no idea where he is. The cover 2, and the big guy is back on top, and perhaps he could be the next man to compete for that WWE Championship as he gets a victory against Roman Reigns here tonight. What a victory from the big guy. But now it's going to be interesting. Rollins and Ryback have been teaming up in recent weeks, and very soon they could perhaps be opponents. Now, of course, that is if Seth Rollins can survive one more night as our champion. And there it was, the shell shock. That was it for Roman Reigns. Ryback hitting the big spine buster, followed it up with the meat hook and then the shell shock. 3 huge moves in very quick succession, and not many men are going to be able to kick out of that. So Roman Reigns once again unable to win a big match here on pay-per-view. I guess Roman Reigns, his pay-per-view record is not exactly very pretty to look at the moment. He's got, I don't know what is going on with him, but all I know is that Ryback picks up the win as we get ready for the WWE Championship match. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Championship is on the line. 2 of the best that Monday Night Raw has ever seen will go one-on-one in a tables, ladders and chairs match, one of our 2 huge main events. Here comes our champion and perhaps one of the most dominant champions here on Universe Mode. His name is Seth Rollins. He's held the championship since Night of Champions, and he has simply been absolutely unstoppable. His recent record against Randy Orton speaks it all. He's beaten Randy Orton many, many times, and Randy Orton has really yet to get the better of Seth Rollins, and I think that's going to play a huge factor here tonight. And the way this has been going on, I really feel as though Seth Rollins has the upper hand tonight, heading in towards the pay-per-view, and is the definite favorite. But this man, the Viper Randy Orton, has perhaps had the best year here in Universe Mode history. You look at the things he's done this year: Royal Rumble winner, winning the WWE Championship at Wrestlemania, holding on to it until SummerSlam. His last 6 months though, he struggled a little bit, but he's been in the championship matches, but has not been able to win. Of course, there have been multi-man matches, and he hasn't really been involved in the decisions. But now tonight, he gets his opportunity. Of course, you go back to Survivor Series, where it was Randy Orton versus The Rock one-on-one. The winner got the opportunity to face Seth Rollins here tonight in the WWE Championship matchup. And Randy Orton, of course, did get the W that night, and here he is. And here we go, folks. This matchup is underway. The WWE Championship matchup. It is Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. So straight away, Seth Rollins getting the upper hand on this one. So it'll be very interesting to see how these 2 competitors go at it. Will they go and get the ladder ASAP, or will they try and work each other down as Randy Orton takes down Seth Rollins? So perhaps that might be the plan so far, at least in the opening exchanges here. With Seth Rollins now, neckbreaker there. Down goes Randy, so back and forth right now between these 2. And of course, Seth Rollins has really, I guess, upset and embarrassed Randy Orton. That's why Randy Orton wanted this match so badly. He had to beat The Rock at Survivor Series to earn himself the opportunity at Seth Rollins, and that's what he managed to do. And the thing is that Seth Rollins has beaten Randy Orton so many times, and that's really got to eat away on you. You know, your mentality coming into a match like this. Can I beat this guy? Am I good enough to beat this guy? This guy's beat me so many times. Am I able to do it? Am I able to finally beat this guy? And if Randy Orton does do it tonight, you know, there's no better way to do it when it matters the most. And I think Randy Orton is a big match guy, and he won't really be too concerned about those other losses, but he knows one-on-one against Seth Rollins, his record is very, very poor, and he needs a victory against Seth tonight badly. As Randy takes down Seth Rollins with a neck breaker of his own. And Seth Rollins has just had this huge rise to the top in the last 3 months, you know, ever since winning the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. He beat Randy Orton, The Rock, and Triple H in one night to win that matchup. He then somehow defended it in a 6-man Hell in a Cell, and you throw in Ryback and Roman Reigns into that one, and then he again beat Roman Reigns at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. So Seth Rollins has really beaten all the best superstars that we had to offer here on Monday Night Raw. He's just dominating like we haven't seen before. You know, we've seen Brock Lesnar be so dominant last year, but Seth Rollins is doing it week in, week out, whereas Lesnar was doing it on a monthly basis because he only had to wrestle on pay-per-view. And Seth Rollins, I'm being so impressed by him, and he's been, I guess, taking advantage of Randy Orton week in, week out by attacking him after matches and trying to do whatever it takes to get inside the head of Randy Orton. And well, Seth Rollins has just been ruthless. And, he attacked Roman Reigns a few times as well. So, Randy and Roman Reigns had a pretty rough time coming into this, into TLC, because Seth Rollins was just pretty much dominating them. So Randy Orton's got a big task here tonight. Oh, and a low blow from Randy, and I guess you got to do what you got to do to win this type of matchup. And Randy Orton's been one of the most respected superstars I've had here on Monday Night Raw. He was the man who took down the evil authority and basically made Monday Night Raw a much more fairer place for other superstars to get an opportunity. As Randy Orton's climbing up to the top, but Seth Rollins will make sure he puts an end to that by taking out the ladder. 2 ladders now in the ring, though, as Seth Rollins now stomping away on Orton. Oh, standing moonsault there as well. So Seth Rollins showing his athleticism right now. So I guess one of the ways to win this type of match is really just take down your opponent and climb the ladder. I mean, if you can throw your opponent outside the ring and hit a big move out there and keep them down for a period of time, that's a good way to go about it. As Seth Rollins, oh, narrowly missing that ladder, I thought. And now, oh, this time, Randy bouncing off the ladder. So Seth Rollins using the ladder to his advantage, and now Randy trying to come back into this one. Here we go, couple of clotheslines, and bang, power slam. Beautiful sequence there by Randy Orton, who's now looking good, who's got an opportunity to grab the championship belt. He's climbing up, he's got the belt. Randy Orton's very, very close. Seth Rollins isn't even moving. He's just trying to get to his feet now. Randy Orton's just about to unhook it, and is about to win it. Oh. Randy Orton had the match won, but just couldn't get the championship down in time, as Seth Rollins gets back to his feet and puts an end to Randy Orton's hopes and dreams very, very quickly. But Randy Orton looking pretty good in the opening stage. It's a big move. Like I said, a sequence like that, a series of moves is a way to go about it. Now Seth flying, but no, misses. Randy Orton gets out of the way. Oh, Seth Rollins has got Randy Orton again. He's going to try and pick him up and hits him with a suplex. Nice move there by Seth Rollins, who, well, he had Randy Orton on the ropes. Randy Orton comes back and tries to, well, almost wins it. Now Seth Rollins trying to get himself back into it. And now they're fighting over the ladder, but Randy decides to set it up instead. And now both men might be trying to climb up. No, Randy Orton, he's up there. Is Seth Rollins going to join him? No, Seth Rollins is just going to take down Randy Orton and get him back on the ground. And probably a good idea if you're Seth Rollins, considering Randy Orton was very close to grabbing the championship last time. You want to keep him down. Don't get him any sort of a chance, because if you get up on top of the ladder and if you get knocked down, that leaves your opponent all up there by yourself and you're down on the ground after being falling off the ladder. It's not pretty, and your chances of getting back up are pretty slim. So Seth Rollins needs to try and take down Randy, who's once again trying to climb up. Randy's struggling just a little bit. Seth Rollins is climbing up there with him. Both men are battling up the top now. Seth Rollins with an elbow. Randy's in trouble. Randy falls off. Randy falls off. Now Seth on top of the ladder, and he jumps off and hits the double knees into the rib cage of Randy Orton. Now Seth Rollins climbing up again. Randy Orton, he's struggling. You can see it. He's just moving a bit sluggishly right now. Seth Rollins up the top. Oh, Randy takes him down. Who is going to win this match? It's been back and forth. Randy Orton trying to set the ladder back up and climb up again. But you can see he's just hasn't got a lot left in the tank right now. He's struggling a little bit, whereas Seth Rollins climbing up there. Seth Rollins beats him up to the top. And now fighting on top of the ladder again. This time, wait a minute. Randy Orton sent flying. I thought Randy Orton had the better of him. Seth Rollins, he's got the championship. And Seth Rollins retains. He grabs the title and falls down. And Seth Rollins keeps the championship around his waist for one more night as he somehow wins this championship matchup. Randy Orton kept trying to get up to the top of the ladder, but he just had nothing left in the tank. You can see that. And Seth Rollins, well, he just threw and launched Randy Orton off the top of the ladder, and Randy was not getting up after that. And Seth Rollins was all up there by himself, grabbed the championship, and he lives to fight another day as your WWE Champion. Seth Rollins once again proving to be the best here on Monday Night Raw, and his impressive win-loss record against Randy Orton continues to look a little bit more prettier in the win side of things. So, Randy Orton, well, Seth Rollins just has his number. It's as simple as that. Randy Orton just cannot beat Seth Rollins. It's a shame, but Randy Orton's been one of our best this year, and we can't discredit him. He put up a good fight tonight, but Seth Rollins is just on the run of a lifetime right now, and he's beaten Randy Orton again tonight. Who will be the next man to step up to face Seth Rollins? We talked about Ryback a moment ago. Could he be the next man to face this incredible superstar who's currently on a very, very dominant run as our champion for the WWE Championship, perhaps at the Royal Rumble, as Seth Rollins celebrates his championship victory, and he deserves to celebrate. It was a hard-fought battle. It wasn't a long one, but it was certainly a brutal one, as both men, you can see they're feeling the effects. So now it's time to move on to our World Heavyweight Championship matchup, but before we get there, we got a few words from Chris Jericho, who spoke to us earlier on today. I'm here with Chris Jericho, who tonight defends his World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk later on. But earlier on, Christian said he had something big in store for us tonight. Are you worried at all? First of all, you address me as Mr. Jericho. You don't call me Chris. Second of all, Christian, why the hell would I be even remotely worried about him? Something big tonight? Oh, what is it gonna be? Oh, he beat Bray Wyatt tonight. That was probably his big promise tonight. Because him winning a match is a big deal, because he doesn't win them very often. Christian, you are not on my level. You never have been, and God, you never will be. You can keep trying, you can keep beating everyone you want. That's fine. But you're not going to be better than me. You're not going to earn an opportunity to face me. I know you got Edge in the back, pulling on the strings, trying to do everything he can to get yourself an opportunity at me, but it's not going to happen. Tonight, I will beat CM Punk. Tonight, I will retain my World Heavyweight Championship, and tonight you will be seeing me as the World Heavyweight Championship, walking out of this building, walking into the Royal Rumble, walking into Wrestlemania, and holding this championship for a very long time, because there is nobody on SmackDown who is on my level. I beat The Undertaker a number of times. He was the man. He was the king of this yard. Well, step aside, Undertaker, because I'm here, and I have been here. Now CM Punk wants to step up and try and take me down. Well, I say bring it, because I am ready. I'm at the top of my game. Nobody can touch me right now, and not Christian, and not CM Punk, and not anybody else. CM Punk, I know you're good, and I know you're currently having somewhat of a decent run. You've won a couple of matches. Well, congratulations. But that still doesn't mean you're good enough to beat the best in the world, because I am the best in the world at what I do. I know you like to say that you're the best in the world, but a reality check. I've got the gold around my waist, kid. And you are going to find out why I'm the best. Because tonight in TLC, I've had plenty of these damn matches, and I tell you what, experience counts. I'm going to win this match. I'm going to keep this championship around my waist, and it's not going to be a damn thing that Christian or CM Punk or anybody else can do about it. We want to quickly thank Chris Jericho for his time earlier on, as here comes our World Heavyweight Champion to defend his championship here tonight in a TLC match. This is our main event. Y2J Chris Jericho versus CM Punk, and what a main event this is going to be. Two men who simply want to be champion and simply want to prove that they are the best in the world. This guy, Chris Jericho, has been on a hell of a journey. He's almost, well, submitted his legacy here in Universe Mode as one of our best. You know, for a long time, he was the guy who couldn't win the big one. He kept getting so close and so close, but yet so far. But now, he's beaten The Undertaker a number of times. There's an impressive Survivor Series tag team matchup. But if he can defend his championship against CM Punk, he'll be well on his way to proving how good he truly is. Our world champion, Chris Jericho, walking in tonight very, very confident. As you heard a moment ago, he feels as though he is ready to go, and feels as though nobody is even close to being on his level. Will that confidence be his downfall tonight? And he said he wasn't worried at all about Christian, perhaps. I don't know, whatever Christian was talking about earlier on, because Christian obviously told us earlier on that he has something big in store for us tonight. Perhaps it was the victory over Bray Wyatt, or maybe it was something else. We don't know, but Chris Jericho said he was not worried at all, and he's perfectly fine. And there is our champion, looking pretty smug, pretty confident. But this should be a good matchup as we get ready for his opponent, CM Punk, to come out. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the former WWE champion, but former WWE and IC champion, but hasn't really had all that much success in recent times. Since moving over to SmackDown, he's had a bit of a jump start in his career, but he's yet to win the World Championship, and this is his best chance yet. The WWE Championship, he held it last year. He lost it in very quick succession. Unfortunately, only holding on to it for a month. And now he wants to rectify that. He wants to become the World Heavyweight Champion and have the reign that he was begging and wanting to have last year. And now, CM Punk has the chance to do it against Chris Jericho. This should be a hell of a fight. TLC match arguably suits both men. And, I mean, we saw last match, TLC probably wasn't Randy Orton's best type of match type, whereas it probably more suited Seth Rollins. Randy Orton put up a fight, but was not good enough on that occasion. But now this match, I think, truly suits both of these men's wrestling styles, as we see CM Punk coming into the ring now, and he's going to be pretty confident himself. Coming into this one, he had to beat Rusev to earn himself the #1 contendership spot at Survivor Series. He did that, and he's been looking pretty decent since, but he's had a couple mishaps. Of course, he lost to Christian a few weeks ago. He's had some unlucky matches and tag team encounters against Jericho and Wyatt. So CM Punk, well, he also lost on SmackDown as well. So I guess heading in towards TLC, I guess I take that back. You know, he's had quite a lot of losses, but before that, he was on a hell of a run. But of course, Jericho pretty much screwed over CM Punk on last week's SmackDown, kept getting himself involved until Bray Wyatt was able to pick up the pieces and get the job done. So CM Punk will have to be pretty frustrated with Jericho, who's been getting into the head of Punk and making sure Punk's confidence level is down as this one is underway, as Punk kicking away on Jericho. And we didn't see many tables get used last time. The chairs didn't really come out either. It was all about the ladders, so perhaps that will be a similar thing in this matchup. I mean, it's all about trying to get to the championship at the top. You don't want to mess around too much, you know, because that could simply be your downfall. Just ask Rob Van Dam last year, as we alluded to earlier on in the show, but bring that back up again. But you need to pick your spot, and if you have the opportunity to grab the championship and win this match, you have to do it. And hitting a big move and taking a big risk, sometimes it may pay off, sometimes it may not. And we saw with Seth Rollins, you know, he flew off the top of the ladder, and it did pay off for him in the end, but it could have simply been much, much worse for him, as he could have missed that move, and well, Randy Orton could have climbed the ladder and won that matchup, but luckily for him, it didn't happen, as a nice little kick there by CM Punk taking down Chris Jericho. And you know, these two guys are going to keep it in the ring for a while. I think these guys are going to work each other down and make this a normal wrestling match for a while. You don't have to bring in the ladders ASAP, and that's probably where some guys overthink things. You know, you can still have your standard matchup in the middle of the ring. You can still hit your big moves and do what you have to do and work your opponent down before you bring in the ladders, because if you bring in the ladders, that is a whole new ball game. You know, as soon as you're down, your opponent's going to climb that ladder and try and win the championship, so the possibilities of losing the match become a lot more greater. And so you want this to be probably a back and forward exchange here in the middle of the ring before these guys try and venture out and bring in the ladders and try and win this one, as Punk takes down Jericho again with a nice suplex. As Jericho is down, he's looking, well, it's a bit close at the moment. CM Punk in control. There's a nice DDT there as well from CM Punk. And like I said, former IC champion here on SmackDown, won the WWE Championship last year, and he has not really hit his potential yet here on SmackDown. There's been a lot of talks about CM Punk as well. You know, for a long time, you know, he had a pretty bad run. He was losing every week, and there was some talks about, will CM Punk give it up? Will CM Punk walk away and retire? Some people said yes, he will. Some said that, look, Punk is done. He will never be the champion that he was at one point. He will never be at the top. But this might be CM Punk's last opportunity to really become a champion again here on Universe Mode. If he doesn't win tonight, well, perhaps a retirement could be, well, could happen, you know. I mean, it's very possible. CM Punk, like I said, he had a great run, and then he's, you know, went on a huge losing streak. You remember coming into SmackDown, CM Punk was just losing every damn week. He managed to win the IC Championship, then when he lost that IC Championship, once again, he went on another bit of a bad run, losing every week. So Punk needs this win, and he's got momentum. I mean, obviously, heading into TLC, the last 3 or 4 matches hasn't been all that great for him, but before that, he was looking pretty good. And now the ladder will be introduced into this one, but Jericho's setting it up on the outside, as Punk probably coming along to try and hit Jericho, so perhaps Jericho told himself I should probably drop the ladder here and try and take out Punk first, and he does that with a big kick to the head. And Jericho now going to climb to the top rope. What's Jericho thinking? Jericho off the top rope. Punk getting back to his feet. Is Jericho going to fly? Yes, he will, with a flying drop kick. That's a beautiful move. Missile drop kick there, and now Jericho, what's he thinking about now? He's got Punk in the middle of the ring. Obviously submissions and things like that don't really matter in this one, so both Jericho and Punk do have a submission in their arsenal, but it will not be effective tonight. As, here he goes, CM Punk. Oh, Tornado DDT, using the ropes as leverage as well. Nice move by CM Punk, who we thought Jericho was going to get himself in control, but Punk hitting back, and CM Punk looking very, very good in this opening stages of this one. And we'll see who can really get the ladder involved first up and really take this one in their own advantage here. There's a nice little neck breaker there. And again, CM Punk. Well, now he's probably thinking about the ladder. Here we go. CM Punk has the ladder. Is he going to bring it into the ring? Yes, he will. There it is. The ladder is in the ring. And now the championship is in play as Jericho has a hold of Punk. And oh, face first. Down goes CM Punk. Face first goes CM Punk. And well, there you go. Straight in the head of Jericho. And again, a Hurricane Rana. CM Punk just ruthless right now, and the ladder unfortunately has exited the ring, and CM Punk might be thinking about bringing it in again. Is he thinking about something else? I don't know, maybe I know he's thinking about going to the top rope. Here we go, CM Punk off the top. No, Jericho throws him off the top. CM Punk unable to take advantage of that moment there. He had a chance to fly, but wasn't able to do so, as Jericho now has Punk, and well, he may make Punk pay for that little mistake there, as he's nice little scoop slam on CM Punk there. And Jericho's still stomping away. And Punk again, just a quick kick. And just like that, CM Punk just takes the advantage away from Jericho very, very quickly. And now the ladder back in play perhaps, as he's going to throw it back in the ring. And here we go again. Jericho now with a quick snap drop kick. And the ladder outside the ring again. So both guys are trying to bring the ladder in, but the ladder's just being taken out of the ring from both guys beating the hell out of each other in here. But it's a nice back and forth matchup. This is what you want to pay to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Both guys just beating the hell out of each other and not having to use the ladders and things like that to do it all that much, you know. Obviously the ladders will come into play eventually, but it's good to see that both guys are just happy just to go back to the basics. And that looked like an ugly elbow drop. I think he did connect, but both men, I don't know, really came out for worse for wear of that one. Didn't really look all that good for both men. Alright, both guys have got a ladder now. Surely one of them will stay in the ring. Okay, Jericho's going to just set his up on the outside, so that won't matter. But Punk's ladder did find itself in the ring. And now CM Punk has the ladder. Can he take a shot on Jericho? Oh, yes he can. Right to the skull of Chris Jericho. And now CM Punk will have the first opportunity of the match to climb up and win this championship. He's a bit slow though. He's used a lot of energy trying to take down Jericho beforehand. Now Punk has his hands on the title, but Jericho is going to remove the ladder and take down Punk. Well, Jericho, he saw the urgency of that situation. His championship was in jeopardy, and CM Punk was pretty sluggish getting up there. Jericho a little bit faster, and CM Punk a bit quicker this time as well. Both men at the top of the ladder now. Both men fighting it out. Right hands. And now Jericho, tried to take down Punk, but this time Punk, off the top of the ladder. CM Punk off the top of the ladder, and you can see that bump off the top really affected Punk just as much as Jericho, as both men are a bit slow to getting back to their feet now. It's a nice little exchange up the top of the ladder. Both men just beating the crap out of each other at the moment, as Punk against the ropes and Jericho takes him down. And Jericho, what a run he's been on in recent months. You know, like I said, huge scalps next to his name, so he needs this big match again. And if he beats CM Punk tonight and he can somehow survive the Royal Rumble, he's basically got booked himself into Wrestlemania, into one of the main events. Jericho knows that, and he needs that. Jericho would love to be the main event of Wrestlemania one more time, and CM Punk is the same. He would love to have that opportunity. Here in Universe Mode, he has not been the vocal point of either brands. He wants to be the man, and this is his best chance to do that. But now, Punk is down, but Jericho goes to fly off the top with an elbow drop. Instead of going for the title, Jericho with the elbow drop off the top, and it hit to perfection. But perhaps that could have been a big mistake, as Jericho has Punk in the corner. Punk countering and takes down the leg of Jericho, sweeps him off his feet. And that could have been a big mistake from Jericho. I mean, he could have grabbed the championship right there and then, but deciding to fly and inflict more damage on his opponent. And now Jericho quite slow getting up to the ladder, and because of that, Punk is able to get back to his feet and take him down quite comfortably. Jericho into the corner now, Punk following him. What's Punk got in store now? Uh-oh. Meet in the midsection. Jericho down. CM Punk is thinking about going off to the top rope. Here we go again. CM Punk up the top. Both men have been wanting to fly all match. And a beautiful elbow drop by CM Punk right onto the back of Chris Jericho. And oh, geez, he set up the ladder and hit Jericho right in the nose at the same time. And again. Jericho meeting the ladder for a couple of times there. And now CM Punk, uh-oh. What's he got in store now? Uh-oh. Jericho on the shoulders of Punk. GTS. This is Punk's chance. This is Punk's opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship. He has to climb the ladder. He's got to try and set it back up, though, to suit his position. But Jericho able to get back to his feet. He's stunned. He's dazed. He doesn't quite know where he is, but he's got the opportunity. Punk tried to grab the title. Not going to work. Jericho. Oh, both men exchanging rights and lefts. Here we go. Jericho. Jericho punches CM Punk off the ladder. This is his chance. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's Christian. Jericho was about to climb up and grab the championship. He's on top of the ladder still as CM Punk rolls out of the ring from taking the fall off the top. Now both men up the top of the ladder. What the hell's Christian doing here? Was this what he was talking about earlier on as the kill switch off the top of the ladder? Jericho was about to win and retain his championship. He was about to win this match, and Christian comes in and takes out Jericho with a kill switch off the top as CM Punk rolled out of harm's way. And now Punk back in the ring. Jericho is still down. Punk climbing up now. Punk's chance to win. Jericho just barely getting back to his feet. He's crawling. CM Punk has the title. CM Punk's going to do it. Thanks to Christian, Punk's going to win. Punk is going to win this one. Jericho cannot believe it. Oh, no, he just gets Punk in the nick of time. This match still continues, but Christian making his presence known, taking down Chris Jericho. Now CM Punk takes down Jericho. CM Punk, can he get to the ladder? Both men crawling. Both men have been through an absolute war. This match is still going, and we still don't know who's going to win it yet. It could be either man, but Jericho struggling just a bit after taking the kill switch off the top of the ladder. But now both men climbing up. Jericho getting up there quickly. CM Punk going to follow him. Here we go. This could be the pinpoint of the match. CM Punk with a shot to Jericho, and wait a minute. Oh, just kicks Jericho up the top. CM Punk's all alone. CM Punk all by himself. And he's got it. CM Punk has done it. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk has defeated Chris Jericho and is the new World Champion. CM Punk's dreams have come true. CM Punk has done it. The World Heavyweight Championship is his once again. For the second time here on Universe Mode, he's the World Champion. And I guess you can say thank you to Christian for taking out Jericho, because we knew Jericho was going to climb up and probably win the match right there and then. Christian came out, hit the kill switch on Jericho, took him down whilst Punk was out of the ring. Punk slid back into the ring after recovering from falling off the ladder, came in, and well, he managed to pick up the pieces and win this match. What a victory for Punk, the new World Heavyweight Champion. Jericho cannot believe it. What the hell happened to Jericho? He had this match won, and I think this is not going to be the end of this situation between Punk and Jericho, and certainly not between Jericho and Christian. Ladies and gentlemen, your new World Heavyweight Champion here at TLC. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's pay-per-view. If you did, please hit the like button. You have to subscribe as well to see more Universe Mode episodes coming up soon. We are now on the road to Wrestlemania. This is going to be huge. Royal Rumble is coming up next. please, in the comment section down below, tell me what your favorite match was, what was your favorite moment, and make sure you all have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, stay tuned to BrendenPlayz.com for more updates on the pay-per-view and everything to do with Universe Mode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did watch both parts of TLC, make sure you put in the comment section down below the word TLC. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.